Flash has got that STV, Xavier's natural. So Xavier committing himself, and that's one of the things about Xavier as a player. And again, I don't want to get into praising him too much, but when he goes all in, he really goes all in. He really commits himself, and it really was a do or die situation. And I think, again, this is, to me, I'm sorry guys, I know I'm being maybe too casual with my praise for Xavier, but I think this is one of the features of the play of Xavier. Xavier's actually forget 4 drones, he's actually got about 10 or 11 drones. He's really got a decent economy going as compared to Flash, whose economy he's really pounded quite badly. But I think this is one of the things about Xavier. I've seen lots of players go for all-in strategies, go for rushes, Zerg, Terran, Protoss alike, but there are very few players who, when it's a 50-50 situation, actually pull off the win, actually pull off the advantage, and that's something that Xavier has always been able to do. It's something that Flash actually has always been able to do. Obviously this time, but last time it was Flash who went for the all-in and Xavier managed to block it, and Xavier going for the all-in this time, and Flash so far looking like he's in a little bit of trouble, because I think that Spire is going to be up soon for Xavier if that's what he went for. He's building a third hatchery as well, and then Flash is going to be in a little bit of trouble. So I know that I'm very exacting on Xavier, and he is building the Spire now. I know I'm very exacting the layers up. I'm very exacting on Xavier in terms of how well I expect him to play. But that being said, I think taking into account the fact that he defended Flash's rush in the last game admirably well, although obviously his build helped him to that, putting the spawning pool down before the hatchery. Had the spawning pool down come after the hatchery, it might have been too late. That small few seconds is what made the difference. But as I said, he was able to defend Flash's rush successfully in the last game. Flash is struggling in this game, despite going for the 2 racks build. Had he gone for 1 racks, in fact, he might have struggled even more. Despite having the ability to pump from 2 racks Marines at a constant rate, Flash is struggling, but he's now managed to control his base. He's now got a group of Medic and Marines up. Xavier doesn't have too many sunken colonies, and if Flash is pushing out here, Xavier might be in trouble. I don't think he sees those Marines. Flash is doing a great job of trying to ward those Zerglings away with the Marines and not show the Medics to Xavier. Xavier really needs to scout those Medics. Xavier trying to circle around, try and see if he can get a scout in. Flash stops him, but what Xavier's crucially doing is he's delaying that push from Flash. He's keeping Flash back for a little bit longer. He's got to expect a Medic and Marine rush from Flash, and now he must have seen those Medics. Xavier trying to bar up the ramp, but those Zerglings are going to get trapped, and this is going to free Flash. And Xavier actually managed to get one Zergling in. He only managed to get a single Zergling in, so he's actually going to get a scout off. He's going to see the engineering bay, he's going to see the academy, he's seen the Medics, I'm sure. So he's got to know Flash at this point has to commit himself. This is do or die for Flash. He has to send that group of Medic and Marines to attack Xavier's base, but it looks like Flash is being defensive, and I feel that he's got to realize that Xavier has pumped his entire economy into Zerglings, that Xavier and Flash now building the turrets, desperately expecting those Mutalisks to come. But Xavier's got two creep colonies up, so he can morph them into Sunkens at ease. But Flash had to expect, in my opinion, that Xavier wouldn't have too much of a ground defense, and had he sent that group of Medic and Marines up and just kept a couple of Marines back to defend, he might have been able to inflict some damage on Xavier and force Xavier's Mutalisks back. Instead, he's given the initiative to Xavier by playing defensively. Xavier's now got a decent-sized group of Mutalisks. He's got about 9 Mutalisks there. Flash has got a lot of turrets position though, but Xavier is able to pick them off actually with some great micro. Flash bringing his Marines into play. That last turret gets repaired. Xavier's got more Mutalisks arriving to reinforce him, and Xavier really riding the line on that hill against Flash. And Flash has spent a lot of resources on these turrets. He's got a decent group of Marines though, so Flash going into all-out defensive mode. And I don't think this is a good idea because he's really playing right into Xavier's hand, in my opinion, by doing this. And Xavier's already picked up 2 turrets. Flash, despite having invested those turrets, is struggling to defend them. He's almost just buying himself time, but Xavier's just able to manipulate him at will, picking off another Marine. Finally losing 1, and Xavier now loses 2 Mutalisks. He's going to have to pull back a little bit while he waits for more reinforcements to arrive, and Xavier does pull back. So Xavier doing a great job with his Mutalisk harass, and Flash playing a little tentatively here, and I think just maybe, I wonder if it's just down to him not knowing the map so well, or him just getting caught off guard by Xavier's initial rush. Xavier now looks like he's setting up for that 4th hatchery for the 2nd gas, and really pulling far ahead of Flash in this game. And Flash is really struggling to cope, and those Marines are just getting picked off. I think at this stage, if Xavier could get a few Zerglings in to support those Mutalisks, Flash has his forces divided because he's forced to defend his main as well as his expo, and perhaps the decision to go for the command center before his first barracks is what has really hurt Flash. The fact that he went for the command center first instead of going for the racks. He went for the fast expand. Unfortunately, Xavier went for the rush, even though Xavier went for the hatchery before the spawning pool, and he got those speed up upgraded Zerglings. And I think those are the 2 key things that made the difference in Xavier's rush. The fact that, first of all, he didn't just rush, he got speed upgraded Zerglings, so it was a powerful rush. And ironically enough, that was the way Xavier beat Flash in the first game, with speed upgrade Zerglings. So that time he finished Flash off with the Zerglings on their own. But as I was saying, that was the big difference here, I think. And Xavier now bringing those Zerglings through, that he needs to break that Marine line off Flash's. And he's not going all in. He's not committing himself with the Mutalisks and the Marines, with the Mutalisks and the Zerglings, and Flash just doesn't have enough to cope. And now Saber's going to just plant himself outside those barracks and kill the Marines as they pop out. And there's pretty much nothing Flash can do about it. He's got his third barracks up even, but it's just not enough. And now Saber's got masses of Zerglings floating in, streaming in, and it's just GG any second now between Savior and Flash. So Savior takes game 2 as well. Impressive play from Savior. But as I was trying to say, I think the two key differences in this game were, first of all, Savior's use of getting the speed upgrade Zerglings, and second of all, Flash choosing to go racks before Command Center. He tried to put a second racks down to compensate, but it wasn't enough. Savior takes the win. GG, well played by Savior. And Flash looking a little bit annoyed with himself. I think he feels that he probably came to this match feeling that he should have beat Savior. There is a decent amount of money on the line, but I still question how much commitment Flash would have had to practice for this match, considering that he would probably be focusing on the maps that will be in the new OSL and Star Leagues. So this is Klazart, guys. Thanks for listening. Oh, I also just wanted to give a big shout out. I forgot. I actually had given it one of the previous commentaries, but it got cut off, unfortunately. Just wanted to give a big shout out to all the guys who've been helping me beta read my book and giving me feedback and advice on it. So thanks to you guys, specifically Aaron, Tooth, Terran Boy, Carson Wang, and Abu Sullivan, and a few others that I just don't have off the tip of my tongue right now, but you guys know who you are. Thanks a lot. This is Klazart. Thanks for listening. I'll be back with game 3 at some point.